We are at Valle Norte and we are at Residency 8. Now, the reason why I'm outside is because the inside is actually a sales center. But what I'm gonna show you is a two-bed, two-bath condo at 1,200 square feet, starting at $367,000. Now, this is their cheapest option, but before I go inside, I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about what it's like to live in Valle Norte, and specifically this North Phoenix area. All right, let's get right into it. So before I continue with the video, the first thing I wanna say is that if you stay to the end, I have a very, very special rebate program only for those that stay to the end. So make sure you watch because there's gonna be a very, very special surprise for you. Now, where is Valle Norte? Why would you wanna live in Valle Norte? And what makes this community a great, great buy. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about the community. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. I'm also gonna give you some facts, and I'm gonna let you know a little bit more about the North Phoenix area. So let's start off with the facts about Valle Norte. So first things first is that there are 9 different floor plans here, and they're all residency 1 through 9. So you have plenty of options to choose from. These are all gonna have 2-car garages. Some are gonna be a 2-car tandem, but they're all gonna be located within the same building. And obviously it's a condo, so there's gonna be shared amenities. Now there are still 40-something units available, so there is a lot of room for negotiation because they do wanna get these sold. And they're currently building still another building. So we're not gonna be completely finished with the last phase of this until spring of next year. So we've got some time. Now, some things to know about the community is that they do have a dog park, they have a pool, they have a gym, they have a nice walkway area. It is a private community, but it does come with a hefty HOA fee. Now, the HOA fee here is gonna be roughly $462. And that includes everything except your electrical, your cable, and your Wi-Fi. These are meant to be turnkey ready. These are meant to be lock and leave. So these are not gonna probably be your forever home. They're gonna be an investment that is good to make now. And we're gonna talk a little bit more about the area and why these are a good investment to have. But yes, that is a pretty hefty HOA fee. Now, right now, at the time of this video, the builder is giving up to $20,000 in incentives, and those incentives can be used wherever you want. They can be used towards HOA dues. They can be used towards buying down your closing costs. They can be used towards buying down the interest rate. It doesn't matter. It's just a flexible $20,000 right now that the builder is offering as an incentive to get you into this home. Now, those were some of the facts. Now, let me give you my opinion. First things first is that, look, these are absolutely beautiful. I would honestly live in any of the 9 residents, and I'm not just saying that. I really love them. I think they're priced accordingly. They're in a very good location, and I think that there's a lot of room for appreciation and growth, specifically in this community in this area. Now, right now, I'm standing in what is like a hidden back room of Residency 5, and Residency 5 has been my favorite. I really like the floor plan. I really like the layout. I like the way that it is, and you guys can see all about it in the Residency 5 video, but I just wanted to give you my opinion and say that these have to be some of the nicest condos in all of Phoenix right now, specifically for the price. Now, enough about the Valle Norte community. Let me tell you some more about the actual area and where we are located. So we are located in North Phoenix, very close to the 17 off of the Loop 303. And if you know anything about this area, there's one thing to note, and that is TSMC. Yes, TSMC headquarters is just a couple miles away from here. You can literally jog if you really wanted to. And that is a almost $200 billion investment that is coming into this area where they're trying to turn this into the Silicon Desert. Yes, you heard that right, the Silicon Desert. And if you don't know anything about that, just Google it, and there's plenty of information that is gonna convince you of the massive amounts of growth that is happening in this area. Now, outside of the development that we have here of roads, manufacturers, the chip plants, and all of that, this area specifically is absolutely beautiful. You're close to the highway, but you're tucked away in kind of private corner. As you can see from the drone footage here, there is beautiful mountain views everywhere you go. It's super nice, it's super quiet. You have tons and tons and tons of miles of Sonoran desert where you can go hiking, biking, all kinds of trails, picnics, golfing, everything that you can imagine is around this area. Not to mention Lake Pleasant is probably only 20 minutes from here. So if you're somebody who loves to be on the lake and you love an active lifestyle and you love to be close enough to the city but still far enough away from it, North Phoenix is definitely a place to be. Now, you've got the Happy Valley Shopping Center down there at Norterra. You've also got your Lifetime Fitness. You got a Costco that's breaking ground here. There's a lot of development, and look, none of this is gonna be stopping anytime soon. So if you want something that's secure, something that's gonna appreciate, and something that looks very, very nice, the North Phoenix area, and specifically this Valle Norte community, is a place that I would highly recommend. Okay, and before I take you inside, this is Residency 8. This is their sales center. So this is gonna be very, very fast. This is their cheapest option. So there isn't really much to see anyways, but let's take a look inside. So, as we walk in, here we have our kitchen. Again, this one is their smallest model. There you go. Pretty open layout. It is, again, very, very basic indeed. Here we have, here we go, kitchen, and then I will show you the entrance to the garage. There isn't much over here, but just so you guys can see. Entrance, and compared to the other ones, kind of come right into it. And then right here we have our split floor plan. This is their office, which is bedroom. Honestly, closet, very normal size, very normal size. Here we have our bathroom number 1. Very, very basic bathroom. And then right over there is the other bedroom where their other office is. And in there you can find your master, where you will have your closet and bathroom all inside. Now, I'll be sure to put some pictures in there so you guys see what that looks like. But that wraps it up for this part of the tour. And that concludes the tour. Thank you so much for taking the tour with me. The first thing that I want to do is give you exactly what I promised, and that is my rebate program. My rebate program is very, very simple. It's where you can get up to $10,000 back in the form of a rebate at closing, or we have a contingency plan where I can list your home for up to 1%, and you can use the rest of the funds to roll over into maybe a home like this, whether that be a primary or an investment property. Now, in order to get all the information about the rebate program, everything is gonna be below. Go ahead and click the link, fill out the form, and I will contact you and give you all of the details that you need about getting this rebate. Now, remember that at the time of this video, the builders are giving up to $20,000 in incentives, so you can save up to $30,000 when you use me buying here at Valle Norte. Now, again, like I mentioned, these condos are truly one of my favorites in the entire area. As you can see from the drone footage, there's beautiful mountains everywhere that you look here, and I truly love this place. I think that home prices are gonna continue to rise, they're gonna continue to appreciate, and 10, 15 years from now from this area, we're gonna be looking at very expensive condos. So the best time to buy is now. Now, if you guys have any further questions, all my contact information is below. Again, I am Perez, your local Phoenix Realtor, here for all of your real estate needs. And with that being said, guys, I will see you in the next video.